Hey, Pastor Nathan Decker here with your Better Together devotion, and I'm in the kitchen area of our church, and I've been thinking about kitchens a lot. Some of you may know that the parsonage I moved into, we've been working on the kitchen, and it's been wonderful because the church folks have come out and they're working on it, and it's great, and they've been taking care of us and giving us some food too, which is also really great. But one of the things I wanted to think about as far as the kitchen, when you think about a church, one of the things we do is we do potlucks, we do dinners, we do receptions, we do all kinds of stuff through a kitchen. And that's a part of the gift that God gives us to be the people of God. Because a kitchen is about feeding people. And when you think about the miracles of Jesus Christ, you can't even contemplate naming the miracles of Jesus without somewhere in the mix naming the feeding of the 5,000 and the feeding of all the different people he liked to eat. In fact, one of my favorite songs is 800-Pound Jesus by Sawyer Brown. And if you haven't heard it, go listen to it. It's awesome. But when I imagine Jesus, especially in Luke's gospel, I imagine him being kind of a little overweight, because in Luke's gospel, he's always going somewhere to eat, or he's leaving from somewhere he just ate, or he's eating, or even better than that, he's being born in a town named Bethlehem, which means house of bread, in a manger, which is a place where you feed animals. It's all about the food, folks. It really is. And one of the things that Jesus says to us as the church, we often think he's only just talking to Peter, but in the end of the Gospel of John, he says, "Feed my sheep." Feed my sheep. He's talking about feeding the people in need. Matthew chapter 25 lists a bunch of things that we as the church, to clothe the naked, to visit the sick and those in prison, and to feed the hungry. So many times we have been given a gift. We have been given a gift of constant ability to have food, and we have been given a gift in the constant ability to feel that understanding of being full. Some of us kind of over full. You know, it does no good for us as a church to go out and say, "Hey, Jesus loves you," to people who are thirsty and starving, unless we feel that need, unless we feed the sheep, unless we care. I'm so proud to be a part of a church that does that. And I pray that somehow, some way, you, through donations or through maybe as you go through a drive-through at Starbucks or one of the other many places we have, that you can start something by paying for the person's meal behind you. We have the ability to share. We have the more than enough. In our world, we produce enough food to feed everybody in the world for 10 years. And yet, a great part of the world is starving. And it makes no sense. We, as a people, have to learn to feed. Feed the sheep. Take care of the hungry. Sit at table together. Because, as I'm very fond of saying, we're better when we're together. This is Pastor Nathan saying, go with God and make peace in the world. Now, where was those donuts?